Welcome for the Ravana history class. With 2500 years of written history and 125,000 years of archaeological evidence, the history of Sri Lanka is an essential part that every Sri Lankan should know. If we all know the history of your country, it is a small thing to make this country the most developed country in the world. Therefore, we all need to know the history. You have to look at the fact that the history of Sri Lanka is the result of an evolution. It is now confirmed that the prehistoric era, the second prehistoric era, the third era, the historical era. Is he a Sri Lankan or an Indian? Let's talk. There are some important genealogies to learn about this. Anuradhapura started in the century as a city. Anuradhapura has become one of the most complete and advanced cities in South Asia at that time. King Pandukabhaya makes it a kingdom for the first time according to the Mahavansha. 70 years region for the longest time in Sri Lanka. In the 10th year of his reign, village boundaries were marked all over the island for fear that the garbage would increase in the city. For fear that the city would be polluted with garbage, the king appointed separate officials and even removed the garbage like in modern times. The name of the Abhaya lake is called Basavakulam. That first king to build a lake around the kingdom in Sri Lanka is called Pandukabhaya. The king of defense modes, guardhouses, design art has had a city government, which means that apart from the Pura, there is a small agency. City councils have been appointed for the city government. The king who led the first organized government in India was Chandragupta Maurya. 50 later, that we have heard is that we have been told by history. We have been told by history from India. But now, even though our kings started an organized rule, India had not yet thought about it. Let me say a goddess in short. This goddess called Suppa was locked in the house. Why is the afraid of marrying a lion? In fact, lion marries one. In relation to those two, they have two children. Singabahu becomes the king of Singhasivan. Singabahu learns that there is a kingship. The girl who is stunned with her sister and mother left the cave door and went with them to the grandfather. So because there are no family members, the lion goes from village to village after destroying Pasa. The person who killed the lion is promised to become the king. Therefore, what is he doing? His father was killed by a lion. Dipansha means that this is not a lie. However, the information on the subject of Indian history has not yet been clearly found. But according to Max Muller's Arya theory, India started, it is taken in BC. In the 15th century, that is 1500 BC, a group of well-built white men settled India. A group of people arrived in the 6th century BC. Sri Lanka was colonized. Here, this Arya theory is not accepted according to India. They say we started from the Indus Valley civilization. Indians like Romila Thapa reject this Arya theory, but Sri Lankans still think that we are descended from Vijaya. Then this Vijaya's father, Singhabahu, married his sister to both of them. 16 twins are born. Vijaya is the eldest. The other one is Sumitra. That means there are 32 children in this family. Vijay was beheaded and exiled from the country, which was the biggest punishment for what he had done to the people of India. Making a connection with the clan of Ceylon, in Ceylon there was a Pura rule. The great dynasty of Ceylon was accepted. Mainly there were two Puras, Shishravastupuraya, Lankapuraya. Every village had a lake. That's why we called those villages Vapiga. It is mentioned in the Mahavansha that our villages were called Sundaravapigam, Viharavapigam, and there was a canal from village to village along the way, and the village was connected by canal. There was a caste system based on ability. Villages that did agriculture were called Kasikaragam. Villages that did fishing were called Kevattagam. A goddess named Kaveri in India invites Sumitra, who became her brother, as this to have no inheritance to reign in this country. Then Sumitra's son Panduvasadeva marries Bhaddakachaya, a princess brought from India. Here are these two. They have 10 sons and a daughter. In the future, the child born the princess will definitely be killed and the king will be killed, except for the elder brother named Abhaya. The other brother says to kill. The sister says according to by Munidasa Kumaratunga. Chittaraja and Kalavela are killed because of the birth of this child. Even after the two of them died, Pandukabhaya tried to protect the princess. Pandukabhaya, who became king, built temples for these two. It is mentioned in Mahavansha that he built a temple for Vesamuni, and he was an excellent ruler, an excellent king. Thank you.